Man, this Shovel Knight game is actually pretty damn fun. I guess you could say, I kinda dig it. Kickstarter. It's safe to assume at this point you've probably heard about it plenty by now. Hell, you can barely go a week without hearing about some random Joe Schmo starting up a new Kickstarter campaign for some game that he's working on. Or like, potato salad, or something. I don't know, man, the internet's friggin' weird. Anybody with a solid idea can start up a campaign, throw out a goal of X money, and if they make that goal, there's extra stretch goals in mind if they keep getting donations. And depending on how much you donate, you can usually get some cool little rewards courtesy of the developers. It's a pretty cool system. But it isn't just for video games, like Reading Rainbow is coming back thanks to Kickstarter. Are you kidding me? That right there is super awesome. And then you got things like Brawl in the Family managing to come out with their own comic book, which is also pretty cool. But then you got things like the world's most super amazing 100% awesome... Oh man, what? Mighty Number 9 and Oculus Rift are the first two things to come to mind, which just both exploded with donations. But then you got games like Shantae, Half Genie Hero, Hyper Light Drifter, Medora, Mercenary Kings, Hat in Time, just to name a few. Oh yeah, there was also the Ouya too. Man, I almost forgot that was a thing. Was probably for the best. Now I'm sure at this point you can all assume why I'm talking about Kickstarter. This very game here, Shovel Knight, came to us thanks to a successful Kickstarter campaign. And if I do say so myself, this is probably the most hyped game to ever have a Kickstarter so far. I mean, just look at this. It's a knight wielding a shovel. Can you not? The team at Yacht Club Games really knew how to be pretty cool too. If you pledged $100 to the campaign, you'd get the game on your console of choice, a digital and physical instruction manual, the soundtrack, and hand-signed official Shovel Knight dirt. I don't even know what that means. They even made sure to go out of their way to take in fan feedback along the way, and even offering up a free PC demo. So really, regardless of how the final game turned out, I really gotta give the team at Yacht Club some serious brownie points. What's that? No brownies. But it's in the script. Fine, okay, Yacht Club, you guys get some kudos and that's it, because we apparently have no brownies. Thanks God. Can you believe this guy? No brownies. Get the hell out of here. But alright, enough of the nonsense. Let's finally dig in. A pun, and I don't even have a real shovel. Yeah, okay. Well, if you don't like that, you can get the fuck. The story starts off with Shovel Knight and his partner Shield Knight, who were both just the best adventurers in the land. I mean, just look at all the treasure that they got. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Yep, I called it. Something went wrong. They both fall victim to a magical power from a cursed amulet while exploring the Tower of Fate. And Shield Knight is... Oh no. So now with his partner nowhere to be found, Shovel Knight gives up adventuring to live a life of solitude and grieving for his old love. But during all this time, the evil Enchantress shows up and tries to take over the land. She reopens the Tower of Fate and sends out the Order of No Quarter to make sure the no shovel-wielding knight could stop her. So now it's up to Shovel Knight to save the day, stop the Enchantress, and find his partner. Yeah, it definitely sounds pretty cliche. I mean, a game where you save the princess and you gotta take down 8 bosses to do it? I can't imagine a single other game out there that uses a similar plot. But really, the game knows it's being a parody. You got a little bit of Mega Man, you got a little bit of Zelda, there's a little bit of Castlevania too, with the boss's health bar showing up on the main screen at all times, and I am totally latching on to anything that I possibly can. But now it's time to start talking about the main game itself, and... ooh, it's a good one. So the main inspiration here is obviously from the Blue Bomber Mega Man. Each of the game's stages has one unique theme going for it with a similarly themed boss to follow suit. But there are two main differences to stop this from being a Mega Man clone. Firstly, progression is somewhat non-linear thanks to a world map a la Mario 3. After completing a few of the bosses, more of the map will unlock, giving you a choice between a few more all the way down until the multi-leveled tower at the end. There's even a little cutscene that plays here too, with Shovel Knight dreaming of getting past all the enemies he's faced so far to make sure that he saves Shield Knight. Oh my god. But the second and biggest difference is definitely what makes this game just... mwah. That means really good. In whatever that is. I don't know. Why'd I write down to do that again? Shovel Knight's main weapon of choice is of course his shovel, which you can either use in up-close combat, use it as a downward bouncing thrust a la DuckTales, or dig up mounds of dirt for treasure. Oh! Hey man, that's not cool, I thought I can trust you. You also have a wide range of extra moves called relics. You don't get them by defeating bosses, instead you have to go out of your way to find the hidden Chester in blue chests. Oh, his name is Chester because he hides in chests. Okay, I got it, we're good. There's 10 of these in total, from the Flare Wand to let you shoot fireballs, the Dust Knuckles to let you punch your way through suspended blocks, the phase locket, which lets you go invincible for a second, or the fishing rod, which lets you fish. Video game. And this is seriously where the game is better than almost any other 2D action game on the NES or of a similar style. There is not a single useless relic in the entire lot, which is great enough on its own, but it also means that no two playthroughs will be the same. Like my first playthrough, I abused the heck out of the flare wand, so I wanted more challenge, so my next playthrough didn't use it at all. The boss fights are really fun too, not just because they offer up a solid challenge, but unlike Mega Man, you can actually tackle all of these bosses in any way you want to with any of said relics, because no one is better than the other per se. So you have great level variety, fantastic level design, fun bosses, and an awesome use of weapons. This game has all of that and more by the shovel load. I mean, sure, classic Mega Man or Metroid kinda have a similar freedom of choice when it comes to weapons, but nowhere near what Shovel Knight has. I really tried to spend some time trying to think of a retro game that had a similar freedom of choice, but the only one that came to mind was trying to play the original Contra without the spread gun. And like, what are you out of your friggin' mind? But then aside from the main stages, there's also a few towns to visit too, very similar to Zelda 2. Now you would think that these places would be boring, but they actually have a lot of interesting NPCs that crowd them up. There's the bard who will play the game's soundtrack for you, this poor barrel-carrying woman who you ride on top of to get to a higher platform, or, if you're like me, just for the hell of it, because why not, it looks so much fun. And then there's this woman here who, after beating the Spectre Knight, rewards you with the gift of dance. I don't know, man, this game is pretty perfect! But my favorite one is easily Croaker, the master of puns. The bard performs on the street because when he's inside, he can't conduct himself. Psh, that King Knight, you give him an inch and he thinks he's a ruler. You visit the nightclub down in the mines yet? A swinging abyss. But the town's main feature is all of the upgrades that you can buy. With the treasure that you collect, you have the choice to either extend your life or magic meters, buy new abilities for your shovel, or even buy some brand new armor. Like there's one that gives you a powerful slash after 2 successful bounces in a row, or another one that reduces knockback at the cost of being a bit more slippery. The money itself is even handled brilliantly. You can replay stages for treasure as much as you want to, but the game itself is pretty damn tough at times. Of course it is, it's an 8-bit game, what else do you expect? So not if, but when you die, bags of money fly out of you, and if you want to get that money back, you gotta get back to where you died. But if you die along the way, that money is gone for good. You can even up the ante and destroy the checkpoints along the way for some extra treasure at the expense of, you know, losing a checkpoint. Man, seriously, this game just has such a freedom of choice, it's crazy, and for a game of this style, I guess you could say it's pretty groundbreaking. Oh, stop it. Stop it. No, I can't take... Oh, thank you guys so much. I love you. Oh, man, I love you especially. Oh, my kind and endearing fans. Thank you so much. Shovel Knight also just has a great sense of style, too. Not just because it's 8-bit. Yacht Club even made sure to mostly stick to an NES color palette, which I ultimately think looks better than an NES-styled game using every color imaginable. The sprite animation is also really well done. Holy hell, the way the Spectre Knight moves is just fantastic. Just look at him. And then there's the music. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you don't know who Jake Kaufman, aka Vert, is, you probably should. Mighty Switch Force 1 and 2, Shantae, Double Dragon Neon, DuckTales Remastered, just to name a few, and now Shovel Knight. His soundtracks are just superb and just, it's so good. I love him so much. They even managed to get Mega Man 1's composer, Minami Matsume, to do a few songs too, and she also did a great job. I also hope I'm saying her name right, but probably not, cause, you know, Japanese. There's extra boss fights that show up on the map, challenge levels that test your skills with the relics, level-by-level Miiverse functionality on the Wii U version, a special Street Pass Arena minigame on the 3DS version, a harder New Game Plus once you beat the game, a big ol' handful of achievements to go for if you're feeling awfully sadistic that day, and an ending that is just way more heartwarming than I ever would have anticipated. And then there's the Hall of Heroes. You gotta pay to get in, and it's filled with ghosts, but after you clear it all out, you get told that that's the risk of paying for something in advance without knowing all the details first. That's it. You got me on that one. You're clever. You're super clever. And lastly, but probably most importantly, if you enter a special password at the name creation screen, you will unlock Butt Mode, which changes a few of the game's main words into butt. Decisions. Should I extend my butt or butt? That's actually a really good question, man. I don't got an answer for you. I know I'm probably coming off a bit too strong with all this, besides the fact that Bud Mode is a thing and that just makes me happy, but the game itself is seriously that good. And the best part is, there's still a lot more to come. According to the stretch goals on Kickstarter, we still have a few playable boss nights down the line, along with a gender swap mode, a challenge mode, and a 4-player battle mode on the Wii U. No one knows when these modes are set to come out yet, but the game is so good on its own, I really don't have any problem waiting for more content. Really, the only complaint I have is actually on Nintendo's part. They still don't have cross-buy or cross-play support, meaning if you want to get the Wii U and 3DS versions, you have to buy them both separately. But as Yacht Club Games' first project, Shovel Knight is a total success, and that team definitely has a bright future ahead of them. But I can't end things off without talking about one more character, and people who have played the game know exactly where I'm going with this. Meet the Troople King. Half trout, half apple, all majesty. He offers up special pronounced I-cores, to help you out on your journey, but only after he and his crew serenade you with an amazing dance piece, with the king himself making just the most amazing faces. Keep in mind, he's half trout, half apple. That's it. The game is perfect. That's it. We've seen the mountaintop in gaming. We can't go any further. That's it. We might as well just end everything now. We can't do any... Starting to lose air. Woo!